training to be therapists, right? And in this process, they are seeing clients, and I essentially supervise them while they're working with their clients. And then I have another class, which is a group counseling class, where we're looking at group dynamics, and we actually have this experience where we're using the book. Oh my gosh, y'all got to get this book and experience it. But it's Michael Singer's The Untethered Soul. We're using that to actually facilitate this process of us having group with each other, okay? So there's all this serious, deep soul seeking that's going on in my classes, as well as this experience of being sheltered in place, right? And thinking of me, I want to remind you all, because this came up for me while in class with these students, this idea that you're the only one that's going through something, or you're the only one that's feeling something. Like, a lot of us think that we're the only ones that are feeling a little stressed or feeling a little thrown off right now, or discombobulated because of this whole experience, y'all. But you're not. You're not the only one. I can give you examples from my students and even from my own self. Like, I want to be completely vulnerable with you all. Like, I do experience life in a very happy and excitable way, but I also have my low points. I also have those days where I just feel like I don't know what's going on, or I don't know the next thing to do. And I can't remember the details of this assignment that I gave to students, and now I need to go back and review it. And I'm especially having a hard time with that right now. And, like, for real, just being honest, yesterday was a busy day for me. I mean, literally all day I was on Zoom, and I was thinking about what one of my students said about, like, she wants to be careful of, like, showing others that she doesn't know something, right? And she connected it to some of her childhood, like, roots, some experiences. But I also have that experience sometimes. I know that I'm not a person that's really great on the details and the administration portion of things. Like, I'm good with the big picture and, like, all these grand ideas and just seeing everything in a large way. But when it comes down to specific programming, and my students will say this too, I know that's not one of my strong areas. So I have to be extra intentional about attending to that, because that's just not a strong area in my life, or quality or characteristic that I possess. But I'm just sharing that with you all in this power of me, so you can understand that all of us have those things. Like, I told my students, you're not the only one that feels like when you're sitting in a counseling session and the client is over there talking and you don't know what you're going to say next, and then you start feeling a little nervous, like, do I even know what I'm doing? Or why am I even here? Am I a fraud? Like, they're not the only one that feels that way. We all have felt that way, right? So another student was talking about just completely being vulnerable and showing herself, and just showing that she doesn't know things while being a student in class. Or even right now, you all, just in this experience, you're not the only one that might be showing up to a Zoom meeting in your living room late, even though you've been up for 2 hours and you just got in there, okay? I'm just saying that because, y'all, that's like straight up me. I can be up, but it's just like, we got to respect. I'm just looking at my notes, y'all, because I got 1,000 things to say. But we got to respect these reminders. Here's a couple reminders. Parts of our brain have been shut down so that we can survive right now, okay? So parts of our brain have been shut down so that we can survive right now. So you're not just going to be on top of things like you usually are. And I'm telling my students that, and I'm reminding them that, like, give you some grace. Give you some grace, please. Another thing, we're not able to process a lot of things like we used to be able to. You know, some of us may be feeling a little numb or just out of touch. And that's completely normal. That's the mui, y'all. You're not alone. We are feeling this. It's happening to all of us, MWUS, okay? It's a collective experience. You're not alone, okay? One more point that I was going to share with you, because I want to be mindful of my time, is just this beautiful experience. Let me turn my timer off. We have to just appreciate this beautiful experience of being alone and being in place, so that we can go deeper and look at ourselves. And what my students were talking about last night is just, that's a tough journey. It is such a tough journey to be quiet, to turn all the noise off and just go and be with yourself. And I'm just kind of giving y'all that to give y'all a little insight to those people who are sheltering in place alone. I'm telling y'all, we feel y'all. We are with y'all. Right now, for us extroverts, we are sitting still and having to be quiet and listen. So let's do this again, y'all, like we did yesterday. We did the loving kindness words, right? And I'd like for us to do that again before we end. And I'm not just inviting you to do it for those people who are sheltering in place alone. I'm inviting you to also do it for me, because that's how I'm feeling right now. Right now, I need some loving kindness and some breathing together, some collective experience with each other. So here we go. Everybody find a comfortable position in your chair. And we'll just do a portion of it just for the sake of time. But I mean it with all my heart, y'all, that I appreciate this. So find a comfortable position in your chair, right? The reminder that we send this out with no expectation. It's unconditional, and it's truly coming from a place of love. And that's what we want to be, is to be love, right? And we want to always go in before we come out, right? Like I tell my kids, happy people do happy things. So I always want to go in and just clean my heart so that I can show up with a clean heart to others, right? So y'all ready? Comfortable position. Roll your shoulders back and down, lengthening the spine, right? You're welcome to gently close your eyes or let your gaze fall to your lap. And just begin to notice your breath. Allow this calm down to come upon you. And I'm saying that to myself too, y'all. I need that calm down, right? So let's start with I. And you all repeat after me. May I be happy. May I be as healthy as I can be. May I be safe. May my life flourish and thrive. Now we're going to shift that to the collective, y'all. To the collective, honoring differences as we do this. Honoring each other as we link right now with these words, right? And we're saying we, M-W-E. May we be happy. May we be healthy as we can be. May we be safe. And may we flourish and thrive. A breath in to let it download. And a breath out to clear out anything that isn't serving us right now. Thank you all for that calm down. Y'all have a good Thursday. I'll see you on Friday.